Hi, everyone. Ernie Anastas here. I want to take a moment to talk to you about something truly special. Shriners Children's. For more than 100 years, they have helped over 1.5 million kids with complex medical issues receive the most amazing care anywhere. Now here's Keshi's journey with Shriners Children's.
Shriners Hospitals for Children gave me back my mobility in every way. I got here in a wheelchair, and 2 years into my treatment, I was ready to go back to school and finish high school.
For the first time, Keshi was able to look up. And we take these things for granted, but he gave her hope. He gave her life back.
Once they realized how much I love music, it became a part of my healing. It became a part of my therapy.
I'm calling on 77 WABC's audience to help provide hope and healing by donating to Shriners Children's. Call 1-800-276-8007. That's 1-800-276-8007. Or go online to loveshriners.org to give.
A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And now we got Marc Siegel.
Now we have
he's been away on vacation for 3 months or what?
I'm jealous. Like jealous. Wow, what a job. We should be doctors.
I haven't been away anywhere. Look. John, you have to text John if you want to remind him that it's due for a dinner. You're due for a dinner. So I'm guilty. I'm guilty. So I wanted to see if absence makes the heart fonder. So I'm back. I'm here to stay, and I'll be bothering you guys all the time.
Back by popular demand.
Tell us,
Siegel.
there's reports out that we're getting down to the bottom of COVID and where it really came from and what happened.
And it looks like this is the House report, Dr. Siegel, and it looks like a lot of the signs, surprise, surprise, pointing to the Wuhan lab.
Well, look, fingers pointing to the lab because, as Jon Stewart said, Wuhan virus, Wuhan lab, that's strange. So look, that coronavirus research was going on there. NIH was indirectly funding it. Gain-of-function research where you test the virus to see what its potential is, where you stick in a different spine in the virus. This virus looks strange. And how come it's suddenly spreading human to human asymptomatically? Where did it come from? Did it come from a bat? Well, originally, but there's no bats in the Wuhan market. So all of this points to the lab, plus the fact, and this was the disturbing piece that they brought out, this committee brought out, they brought out this idea that information was being suppressed, where at the beginning, Dr. Fauci and others were saying, let's stick with one narrative. Like the public can only listen to one narrative at a time. And that's what Chairman Wenstrup and the rest of the committee concluded, which is, hey, the public can deal with more than one narrative, please. How about transparency? How about full disclosure? How about admitting when you don't know something? How about saying that social distancing came from 1918 flu, which is a different virus? How about saying that masks are not proven to work? By what study? I mean, so that's where the committee went, and I applaud it.
One of the things I saw, Dr. Siegel, in the report, you kind of touch a little bit on it, is that that the social distancing really wasn't a success.
6 feet.
The 6 feet didn't really do anything. The lockdowns didn't do anything. I mean, how do you get recompense?
And the most deaths were in America versus other countries that did not have lockdowns.
Yeah, and the ones that did better in many cases, or equal. How do you get recompense? Look at the students. Think how many the lost learning.
Rita, you left out a tiny piece of this, which you usually don't do, which is they did do something with lockdowns. They hurt people. So when you closed the school and you sent kids home from school, they didn't learn. They didn't socialize. They became a year or two or more behind. They may not be able to catch up. And you know what they did when they went home? They spread virus. So Duke has been studying that throughout the pandemic and said, hey, keep them in school because they spread less virus. Open a window in the school and they spread less virus. So that was kind of like not looking at the big picture and not looking at what I've called collateral damage from the beginning. And again, this reshine a spotlight on this so that going forward, hopefully our leaders will not stand up on podiums and mandate this and mandate that. And then, of course, ignore their own advice and go out to the French Laundry and eat a beautiful dinner.
Which you're talking about the governor of California, Doctor?
Yeah, that was a classic.
Well, we held our dinners too, but we weren't trying to convince anybody else what to do. And the mandate strategy failed. and people felt talked down to. And when you use the word misinformation, you better watch out what that conveys. It conveys that you're smart and everyone else isn't. And then when you turn out to be dumb, everyone attacks.
Now, let's make sure we told all the people. We're talking about it, but maybe we didn't tell the people what happened the last couple of days.
You mean with the report that came out? Yeah, well, with the report pointing towards the Wuhan lab. And where do we go from here, by the way, after the report, too, also, Dr. Siegel?
It's up to President Trump.
The report did a couple of things. The report brought to the attention from the House subcommittee, again, Chairman Wenstrup, looking into coronavirus, that it likely came from a lab, that the information was suppressed originally, that social distancing came out of thin air. I say 1918 flu, wrong virus, didn't work. Masks not proven to work. And here's something we didn't mention yet. He applauded Operation Warp Speed. Whenever you think about vaccines, and we have varying opinions on it, I think his point is that President Trump put together a team, a public-private partnership that this country hasn't seen since the Manhattan Project, and he delivered within 9 months pharmaceuticals, treatments, vaccines, and testing, and monoclonal antibodies, which helped John and others. So I think that that's something that we should actually take a lesson from. Public-private partnership. Imagine that.
Yeah, and we'll see more of it under Trump, that's for sure. Dr. Siegel, thank you. We love having you back.
Thank you, Mark, and welcome back.
Great to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Roger Stone here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the U.S. dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. Gold has protected American wealth through every financial war. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. So go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. That's 800-747-6589 for a free 2024 gold guide to learn how you can protect your life's work, and if you qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver right now. That's freegoldguide.com/stone.